Welcome again, partners and members. We are on our third video. And last week we talked about good success. We talked about the first component of good success. And we talked about believing in a word you hear, or a word you say, or a word that something you've seen, or something you've heard, or something you've read. It is very, very important that you understand that things you see, things you hear, things you read, some way, somehow affect your belief system. And when your belief system is affected, it then flows into the other components. And so today we're going to look at the other components that we started talking about last week. And looking at our example from the scriptures, Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. God himself gave Joshua a key to good success and prosperity. And in that key, there are 4 components. He said, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. And thou shalt be careful to do all that is written in it. And then you will be prosperous and have good success. And I talked about some success being bad in terms of success that is based on things like money, buildings, where your goal is only to have money, to have buildings. These successes are bad success because they don't influence anything in this life. They don't influence human beings. In life, there are 3 stages. There is the survivor stage, where you are all moving on to survive. You just have to make ends meet. That's the place I call the hand-to-mouth place. And then from there, you go into a place of abundance. You go to a place of abundance where now you have more than enough. But then the third stage, which is very important, is the stage of significance. Letting your life be meaningful to somebody else. Letting your life be meaningful to somebody else. And I have come to realize that it doesn't matter whichever stage you are in, whether in the survivor stage or in the abundant stage or the surplus stage. Your life is supposed to be meaningful to somebody. So when your goal, your whole life is to just acquire money, acquire things, if that is your whole life, then you are not really functioning in the life of significance, where your life matters for somebody, where your life is meaningful to somebody, where somebody is blessed because you exist. Somebody is blessed because you exist. That is very, very important. It's something that I really encourage. Everybody to aspire to be that, because that is where we have to be. All right. And so we are looking at good success. We looked at belief. First of all, he said this book of the law, believing in the word, believing in the word. Then he says, it shall not depart out of thy mouth. This is the component I call verbalization. Verbalizing what you believe. Verbalizing what you believe. You see, belief brings you into alignment with the source of that which you read. The source of that which you read. Believing brings you into an alignment of the source of what you read. The source of the information. Believing brings you into an alignment. So if you believe the word of God, it brings you into an alignment with God. If you believe the word of a human being, it brings you into an alignment with that human being and what that human being stands for. Believing in the word brings you into an alignment. But in speaking what you believe, that is when the results will come in. That is when you experience, or you begin to experience, you begin to create the manifestation of that which you believe. You believe in your heart, but with the mouth, confession is made. With the mouth, verbalization is made unto what you desire. And so it's not only believing, first believe, but whatever you believe will affect the way you speak. Whatever you believe about yourself, about your situation, about your job, about anything will affect the way you speak about that thing. Words, somehow have a way of getting into us. Words have a way of getting into us. Sound affects our system. It is believed that the body is 70% water, and sound really gets attracted in water. So we as human beings, we are a body that is susceptible, a body that is attracted to sound. We are a good conductor of sound. We are a good conductor of voice, of sound. So whatever you speak, your body, your system, speaking has a physiological hold or a physiological reaction to words that we speak, words that we hear, words that we do. The whole system begins to mold after the words you hear, the words you speak, the words you see, the words. Then when you believe and you begin to speak, your system begins to energize or begin to de-energize for what is said. So speaking affects us physiologically, it affects us psychologically, because what you speak also affects the way your mind begins to move towards what you have spoken. So it affects you psychologically and emotionally. Things you speak, words you hear affect you. You can listen to a music and all of a sudden you feel sad. You can listen to some music and all of a sudden you are excited. You are up to do something. So words, speaking, affect you physiologically, psychologically, emotionally. It affects you. So it says, this book of the law shall not depart out of me. Because the moment you believe and you fall into alignment, when you speak, the power in that word that you believe will begin to be made manifest. And so it's visualization. The second one is meditation. But thou shalt meditate. Meditation. And I don't want to go much into this because for a whole week, for some weeks to come, I'll be talking on meditation, the science of meditation, the importance of meditation, of meditating the Word of God. I'm going to teach you about the styles of meditation so you can meditate the Word of God in all these different styles and get the maximum out of it. We are here to move forward. We are here to move ourselves forward, to launch forward, to push forward. We are not here to go back. Our souls are not going back to perdition, but our souls are moving forward. Our souls are waxing strong and moving forward. And that's what we are here for, to gather, to learn, to grow together, and to move together. So I'll be talking about meditation. Meditation. I'll be spending a lot of time meditation. Meditation is also something I call visualization. Because when you are meditating, you are visualizing. When you are meditating, you are visualizing. Activating your mental eye. Letting your mental eye work. Because you can never become more than what you can see inside. Helen Keller was asked a question. She's a blind lady that achieved a lot. She was asked a question. She was asked that, what is worse than being blind? And she gave a very wonderful answer. She said, the worst thing than being blind is having a sight but no vision. The worst thing about being blind is having a sight but no vision. That means having the natural sight, but you don't have any inner sight. There is no inner sight. You can't see anything inside. And meditation is seeing with your mental eye, seeing with the eye, the mind eye, inside, seeing. So it says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate, thou shalt visualize it, thou shalt keep it in the front of your mind. Keep it there and look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. Then he said, then thou shalt observe to do all that is written. That is action. A lot of times when people are talking about success, they only talk about just speak. But it's speaking, visualizing, and action. Doing something. Getting your life up into doing something. Getting up from the couch and doing something. Getting up from before the TV and going to do something. Start reading a book. Start doing something. Start doing something. It is so important that action. He said, when you do this, then you will be prosperous and you will have good success. I'll end with a story. Many years ago, I wanted to join a group of wealth creators, and to join, to be a member of that group is $15,000 to be a member of that group. So I called them and I said, I want to be part of this group. How do I get in? And so they were asking questions. They took my credit card number. They were asking all kinds of questions. And then they asked me, how much do you think you can visualize to earn a year? And then I wanted to be very, 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 conservative in my approach, very, very practical, I said. So I said, okay, I can visualize $250,000 a year as income. Then the person at the other line just went quiet for a while, and then he said, sorry, Dr. Dugan, but unfortunately, you cannot be part of our group. I said, why? What is the problem? He said, everybody that is part of our group, their mindset, their visualization is $1.5 million a year. That's the minimum. If your mental capacity is to be able to see and visualize 250,000, you will bring us all down. So not until you raise your visualization to that level, you cannot be part of that group. I thought the man was joking. And truthfully, to their practice, they did not accept me, because they said your visualization, the things you are thinking, is too small. You have a small mind, and we don't want you to come and destroy the environment that we have. So thinking is very, very important. Visualization is very, very important. Next week, I'll be talking to you about meditation. We're going to go into the science of meditation. I'll take my time and take you through the science and take you through studies, scientific findings, even that have come out for meditation. And we will learn so many things, and how to train your mind with the Word of God to accomplish all that is set for you. This is the possible me. The possible you that is inside will come out. God bless you. Click the subscribe and the bell, the notification button, that anytime we post a new video, you will be notified. God bless you. See you next week.